Hello, and welcome to Willis Farms. This morning I created this beautiful piece of art, a tier tray or a shelf art piece on my Facebook channel. I will be sharing this to my YouTube channel very soon, but I created this today. This kit will also be available on Friday. You can purchase all the kits at www.willis, farms, LLC-LLC.com. So I'm super excited about this, but we are continuing with this theme, and I wanted to show you that we're going to continue with this theme with these beautiful mason jars that I cut out on my glow forge, and these cute little bouquets that are going to go at the top. And on my jars, we are doing the word hope. Can you see that? So we're going to do the word hope on my mason jars. Let's start there because we're also going to cut some fabric, which I purchased from my local Hobby Lobby. This is fabric palette. I don't know if it has a specific name to this one. It's really, really pretty. Fabric palette. And then also I purchased this at my local Hobby Lobby store. And so we're just going to kind of dress this up a little bit. But let's begin with step one. And that's what this video is going to be, is we are just going to go over our little cutouts here, shall we? So let's begin. We're going to set aside our words. And I'm also going to set this aside too. I already took off the mask. So when you cut with your glow forge, I don't know if the public knows this or not, but when you cut with your glow forge, you actually have to mask, which is putting a tape over your wood or whatever you're cutting. And that way, so the burn marks, because what it is, the glow forge is a laser cutter. It's an encased laser cutter. I love that it's encased because I do have puppies, I do have kitties, and I'm always in the room when my glow forge is running. I have a high ventilation system that goes to the exterior of my house through like super fans. My husband set it up wonderfully for me, but I do have furry babies in my house. So I love that this laser cutter is completely encased and I don't have to worry about, accidentally if my cat decides to run in the room and jump up on my laser cutter. Hasn't happened ever. Doubt if it ever will happen. But my studio is a big open space. So better safe than sorry. So what I'm going to do is just take off. I am taking off the mask. And I did add, so I can hang it, I added, and I like to keep these. I like to keep those just in case when I cut something out, if I forgot my eye, or I just want to add some little polka dots to things. I like to keep all the fun little extras that come from cutting things out. Not all of them. Like these little pieces, I don't keep those little pieces, but and I do appreciate you tuning in today. I have never done a live on YouTube, so this is the first time I've done a live on YouTube, where I'm using StreamYard to stream into YouTube. So this is the first time I've ever used that. And so I hope all of this is turning out really, really well. And I always find that I'm never in camera. So we're going to put it right there. Hello, hello, if you were there. I don't know on YouTube if you get to see comments or not, but if you were there, I appreciate you tuning in. And we are just doing this beautiful banner with these cute little mason jars, and I'm putting the word hope on the inside. Now, you'll probably notice that I did not remove the mask from the inside, and there is a point to that because I wanted to, I will show you in a quick second, actually. And since I've already done one project today, I already have my glue out, I already have my paint out, I already have my sponges out. I use makeup sponges anytime that I am painting these cutouts. It just makes it an even surface. I use Fusion Mineral Paint. I am a retailer for Fusion Mineral Paint. Fusion Mineral Paint is an exceptional high quality paint, has no VOCs. It is made from minerals. It has its primer, top coat, and pigment. So the pigment, top coat, and primer all included into your paint. So you don't have to prime and you don't have to top coat, which is so fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I'm just going to go over this, and do I want my jars? I think I want my jars to be, this is Laurentien right here. And I want the exterior of my jars and underneath my roses to be Laurentien. Okay. So all I am doing is using a makeup sponge brush, as you see, and I am sponging where those voided areas are. And we're going to let this dry. And I like to call it painting dry instead of painting wet. You want to paint dry, especially with a mineral paint or a chalk paint, because then you will assure that you are not getting any of those paint lines in your project. I want all of mine to be the same underneath it, but you will make sure that you are not getting any of those paint lines. So you want to make sure that you're painting dry. And what I mean by that is not a excessive amount of paint. And if you have an excessive amount of paint where you can see it pooling, then just go over it again with your sponge and even that out. So these already look so bright and cheerful. Oh, super, super pretty. So it doesn't take that long. And then once these dry, we will pull our tape and then use a handy dandy brush to paint in the voided area. So I sell kits because I think creativity is so important. I think creativity in each single day that we have is important because it just brings joy and happiness, and it is so much fun. And honestly, after you're done creating something, you can just sit back and look at it and go, I made that. I made that, and it is so beautiful. It has a sense of pride, gives you some encouragement in your day that you can make something beautiful for your home or for a gift for a friend. You know, teachers, your kids could sit down. These projects right here, these tier tray and tier tray arts, your kids would love to do these. So it is kid friendly. Today I will receive my kid friendly paint from Fusion. So I'm very excited about that. I'm going to put down a towel. I do have my paint board here, but I like to have a towel sometimes because if I have multiple projects that I'm going to be working on, I don't have my residue of paint on my paint board. This way I can just discard my towel. What I'm doing right now is pulling out my little voids on my roses or peonies. I think these could be whatever I want. right? I love peonies. They are different flowers. It looks like there is a peony. It looks like there is a rose. And then I don't know what the other flower would be. I got these designs. This design is not my design. Some of the designs but I also like to support other small businesses, so I purchase designs, but I do have the rights to sell them. Not the design. I don't have the right to sell the design, but I do have the right to sell the product and the kit. So just in case you were curious. So I'm going to pull the tape, the masking off of this. I did read that, okay, so when you purchase kits from me, this masking is already going to be done. You're not going to have to pull this. I just wanted to show you that there is a masking and there is a process. So you are a little bit more aware of just what it looks like. I think the creative process is fun just to share with everybody what it looks like. So pull that off. So we're just removing this. These little pieces are in my way. I don't know if there's a pause on there where I could pause and do this already. I do apologize. This will probably be a little bit longer of a video, just because I don't think there is a pause. So I will show you how to do one mason jar, and then I will show you the completed project. But I want to show you each step of how these processes work. So this is kind of an intricate design. So pulling this mask off of this design is takes a little concentration, a little time consuming. And I use a weeding tool to do this. And you want to make sure that you're not digging down. But like I said, if you order these kits from me, this is already going to be done. You're not going to have to remove any of this tape at all. So this is a behind the scenes video. Let's just consider it that, a behind the scenes video of the creative process. This guy's very intricate. But anyway, I was beginning to say that if you have trouble, if you are a creator and you cut your own designs and you do have trouble, I read that you can use a hair dryer and that will release the glue from the tape. It's just going to make it pliable, more pliable. And so then I'll make it removing the tape a lot easier. I think that'd be great on super small, intricate designs. Because a lot of times if you're taping, if you're removing tape from those tiny, tiny intricate designs, it'll break. So I think that's a very handy tip to have. I have not had to do that yet, but I've also never gone live and tried to remove an intricate design before. Like today. I wonder how long this is taking. I apologize. But like I said, this is a behind the scenes look at the creative process. So a kind of a do it yourself video and a behind the scenes video. So you're getting a 2 for 1. What a bonus. So we're using Fusion Mineral Paint today. I always include Fusion Mineral Paint in my kits. It's a super high quality paint, no VOCs. Like I said before, primer, pigment and top coat all included in the paint. So you don't have to go out and buy any extra to prepare for your project. It has everything in there, which is fabulous because it cuts down the time that you can that you have to schedule to create. So hopefully by doing so, you would be more apt to create in a day. I'm only going to do one because these did take a lot of time, and we'll do those later. But I can show you on one. Okay, now I'm going to remove this one. And I want to use casement. I like to store, since I do a lot of projects, and I do a lot of DIYs, I like to store my Fusion in square bottles. So I'm just carefully painting within the lines. My little accents right there. You want to make sure that when you're weeding anything, that you're not digging down. This glass jar has a little chip in it, but I do not mind. I like character. So you're just going to run your brush right along that line. And this is, I do like to have it two-toned. But the trick is you just make sure that your brush is dry and you line that point of that brush right up against that line, okay? So you're going to line it up against that line and then just pull it across. Another trick is make sure that your elbows and your hand is stable. You stabilize your elbow and your hand, you have, it will help prevent shaking. Now, it can't prevent all shaking because as we age, we do start to shake a little bit. But another reason why creating is so important because it actually helps you practice all of those motor skills. So this is a fine motor skill. And so painting and creating helps you your agility and keeping your fine motor skills going. As they say, you know, doing trivia, the more you do trivia as you get older, keep your brain alert. Now, I could have added a little highlight on my, which I will. I'm just going to paint it in. And I do have a wet wipe. I like to keep wet wipes at my site, just so I can do a really quick brush clean on there. And we're going to grab a little bit of that Laurentien. I'm just going to highlight on this side and highlight right there and just kind of go down right there. Just quick little highlights. Okay, clean my brush. Just a little, this isn't clean enough to put away. It's just clean enough so I can use it again. Okay, now we're going to paint our flower. I want my little peony. And notice a little bit of tape. I'm painting my peony, the peony, actually, peony from Fusion Mineral Paint. Cute. I want my rose to be yellow. My sons, 2 years ago, gave me yellow rose bushes for Mother's Day. That was very, very, very lovely. My daughter gave me a peach tree. And I'm going to paint this flower, this champness blue. Then take my brush again, use the Laurentien, and we're going to go over the leaves. The Laurentien. What a beautiful little bouquet, everybody. I will post pictures on my Facebook page, and like I said, this kit will be available to purchase on Friday, which is March 5th. So if you're watching this back and it's past March 5th, you can go on my website and purchase this kit. And the kit comes with everything that you need to include the glue, the paintbrushes, the stencils, the bases, everything that you need to complete the kit. So pretty. Okay, just soak that in there. I'm gonna go back to my design. This guy goes this way. Oh, look at that, everybody. Love it. So we're going to take glue. This is Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, gel. If you order a kit, I do include the super glue. It's just a little tester size. I have this because I do a lot of these projects, but I do include the glue in your kit as well. If you're doing this with kids, make sure this part of the project is done by an adult, just because super glue will bond to their little hands, and that is painful getting it off. So we're just going to line that up. Oh, I love these colors. So pretty. And if I want to touch it up, which I do, I want to touch it up just a hair. I can do that with my paintbrush without a problem. And I just noticed I didn't get all my tape up on this flower. So we will be doing some touching up. Some pink in there. And then just touch that guy up. Okay, now I'm going to get my H just so I can show you. And we're going to use champness. Remember, we want to paint dry. So we're going to go dab over that. Dry. you don't mind getting paint on your hands, you can glue it down when it's still a little tacky wet. But I just want to show you a little bit how this is going to look. So I will definitely post pictures so you can see the finished product. But there we are, well on our way to our beautiful Hope banner garland. So I'm super excited to share this with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. You know where to do it, the subscribe button. And sprinkle some love and tell all your friends. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will talk to you again soon. Stay creative.